It looks like it's the bargain basement for Erik Ten Hag this January transfer window. Some reports are saying he's going to get a war chest and he's going to be fully backed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe when he takes his 25% of Manchester United and that sporting control. Some are just poo-pooing that idea and saying United literally have to sell to buy, and we're getting the same old story yet again. United scraping the barrel to try and give Ten Hag them extra tools he needs to get us into that top four. This is the United Vibe. I am Adam. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you are tuning in for the first time, I just need you to do one thing, which is just like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification button, everyone. Thank you very much for everyone and all your comments over the last few videos. I am bringing you content that just says it as it is. Quick fire news reports as well as live streams. I've got loads of content coming up. Stay tuned for that one, guys, as well. But yes, what's happening today? Well, we're getting close. We're getting close. I did sort of say last night on the live show that we are getting a few more reports now, transfer reports. I think reports are coming out and transfer news is coming out around the media simply because it's the international break and they've got nothing to do. There's absolutely nothing to report. I think the biggest story today was the fact that Marcus Rashford is going to he's going to be catching up with the England squad later on this week because he's got personal matters to attend to first. Good. The media goes into meltdown. Why? Because there's no United to report on. We're talking about everything that is coming out, and I've sort of picked out the realistic sort of look on things because you can look at some of these stories and say, yeah, far-fetched and not. But some of them are realistic because the Jadon Sancho one now is being targeted by 3 different teams. We've got the Saudi link. We've got the Juventus link now. He's gone to top of their list. And obviously, Borussia Dortmund want him back. None of which want to pay his wages. Only one wants to buy, which is Saudi. The other 2, Borussia Dortmund and Newcastle, want to loan him back with Manchester United paying a big chunk of that wage. Again, United stuck in the mud in terms of another transfer that they've got completely wrong and they're trying to find their way out of. I mean, it's just absolute garbage from United right now. But we're also working on the cheap. The Sun this morning are reporting that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to give Erik Ten Hag a war chest and fully back him to revamp, in their words, Manchester United starting this January with outgoings and incomings into Manchester United. They say the war chest in one sentence, but then the next one down is case Manchester United putting in a bid for Jean-Claire Todibo. Obviously, we know all about Todibo. We've been speaking about him for God knows how long in the United fan base. We knew he was there and probably would have been that centre-back that was coming in the summer if Harry Maguire did actually leave Manchester United. They've vindicated Harry Maguire, obviously, because now he's playing consistently and thinks he's the main man again. Well, he's in there because obviously no one else is available. It'll be interesting to see what happens when everyone does come back fit on that one. Or if, in fact, Manchester United do venture out into the January transfer window and buy someone. Will Sir Jim Ratcliffe make them funds be available for Ten Hag to actually go out and buy that defender he needs? We're also hearing reports that Manchester United are in for a striker, sort of hidden gem, you would think. Another cheap striker. I know it's not a loan for a has-been or someone that has been around every single club in Europe that needs a striker, a la what we have been doing over the last 10 years. Falcao, Cavani, Weghorst, Agallo, the list goes on. It's none of that. It's actually a guy that I'd never even heard of him. The Lecce striker, Nicolo how does he say it now? Kristovic. Like I said, I've never heard of him. Montenegro striker. Bagged a few goals this season for Lecce in Serie A. And ultimately, for Manchester United now, we're looking at that type of player, apparently. This is the sort of story that you're going to get now while the international break is on. For me, the realistic look on this is Todibo. I'd give a thumbs up. I think that's a yes. I think that's a defender that United need to start looking for. We need to start looking for these younger players, the ones that we can actually start building a system into, instead of getting players that are only going to be available for maybe 3-4 years max, like we have been doing, like Christian Eriksen, Casemiro. Them sorts of signings are good to see us through. But where was the groundwork behind the scenes in terms of bringing in the younger player? Obviously, Kobe Mainoo is coming through right now. We've got Ahmad coming back. We've got options all around the place right now. So I can see it on that side of it. But in defence, we've really, really struggled. And this season has been proof in that we have not got enough defenders in our squad to actually cope with the injuries right now. Harry Maguire literally has stepped up and played to his level and been a decent part of that. But yeah, Kristovic, the striker from Lecce, honestly, I don't know enough. I don't know if he'll have the temperament to handle a Manchester United move. I honestly can't see it happening personally. I think the Sancho one is really interesting now. I think that's a definite goer. I mean, Romano has said that United are definitely letting go of Sancho. He'll see if it's a low move, whether he does go to Saudi. I can't see anything permanent for him because no one is stupid enough to even try and match what Manchester United are offered players' wages wise and what Sancho is currently on. It is absolutely farcical. But we've known this already. We've known this for a long time with United and how crap we are in the market and negotiating. That may change once the gym comes in. I think the realistic one in all of this is that centre back, in January. Todibo is a definite go off for Manchester United. We know that we are interested in. We know that we have obviously made contacts in the summer as well. And I do believe that we will go back in for him again in January. What happens other centre-back wise? Obviously, we've got the Varane issue right now. He's now 4th best in the club, apparently, according to Ten Hag. Is he going to have had enough? Is he trying to pine for a move away? He's another one of them players that I mentioned at the start of this video, which is just about coming to the end of their prime. And really, we cannot plan around the future. Well, he's here. I have already said I would play him continuously because he's one of our best defenders, if not the best defender next to Martinez. So if he's fit and available, you're playing him. But Ten Hag really has given up on that sort of best player aspect now. And he's going down the system that he wants to put in place. And he's looking at different ways of making a defense work. I mean, the Evans and Maguire centre-back partnership was a no-go. So, yeah, I see a centre-back coming in January. I think Todibo is top of that list. Guys, if you know of any other defenders that you think might suit United, get your comments in below. Is there another option? Is 35 million going to get Todibo over the line? Should we be looking to strengthen in the forward position? Should we be looking at Kristovic from Lecce or another striker? Do you even want to go down the road of buying in another loanee striker again? Is it not time to just stop and just accept that you've absolutely ballsed up in the transfer market and stop bringing in these loanee players as desperation measures? This is where United are at right now. And honestly, I just feel like if there isn't a striker that we can buy that is young enough and is going to prosper us in the future, just leave it alone. No more desperation buys. I want to know what you guys think. If the option came up for a loanee striker, another short-term fix, would you again drop into that category of fan and just say, let's just get by this season. Let's just get in what we can so we can get through this season. That is the mindset that it has been at United for so long now. And we need to move away from this, do we not? Surely we need to move away from this. But it just seems to just linger around, doesn't it? And it's always there. We are just going to be in the market for these loanee strikers, these desperation calls, lastminute.com, Manchester United. But, I mean, the Lecce striker, Kristovic, honestly, I think it's the Sun are just clutching at straws, I think, with this one. Todibo, there's definitely room in that one. There really is. But there are also reports that Ten Hag is looking for another fullback. And what does that mean with Aaron Wan-Bissaka entering the last year of his contract? Which side is he looking for? You've got Malacia and Luke Shaw. You've got Reguilon, who is on loan, obviously, and could be going back in January. Could it be another left-back that's coming in? Because United can send Reguilon back in January. So is that where we should be going in the transfer window? All these stories come around, like I said, because international break is here. But we are getting close, everyone, to that transfer market opening again. And we are getting close to that announcement for Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in to Manchester United. So are we realistically looking at these types of players? Are we right in thinking that now's the time when we start looking at players ahead? Should the club already have been doing this? Let's be honest. Manchester United should be on top of all of this and right in there, ready to go when that certain player is available. And in January, if he is available, I think Ten Hag is going to have to make that move. That is my opinion. But guys, this is your channel as well. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below on everything. Want to know about Kristovic? Do we need another striker? Do we want a centre-back? Should we be going for another full-back again? Or is it Todibo at centre-back, what we should have got in the summer? but coming in January, is that enough for you? And is that the way that Manchester United should be moving? Guys, let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below as always. Thanks for viewing the video. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're tuning in for the first time. I will be back later on with another one for you guys. I'll see you in that one.